Hi, my name is Shelby Staats, and I will be discussing the societal effects of information technology. First, I will cover some statistics of society and technology, followed by the impacts of technology on society. Research has found that 2/3 of the U.S. population owns a smartphone. 23% of daily media consumption is done on a mobile device. About 70% mobile bandwidth usage is used per year, and it's continuously increasing. It is estimated by the year 2016, the world will have 2.5 billion smartphones. Some more mobile growth statistics. 60 times a day is the amount of times a young adult checks their smartphones. There are 3 times as many mobile phones as computers in the world. The global ratio of smartphones to childbirths is 3-to-1. There are more people who own mobile phones than toothbrushes worldwide. Here we have the computer usage by age. Majority of young adults own a computer and use them at home. Here we have computer use by household income and education. So the higher educated you are, the more likely you are to use a computer or have one at home. Similarly, if the higher the income, the more likely you are to have a computer at home. This was a study between the ages of 8 and 18-year-olds. This one shows the computer usage by activities. Majority of these people used computers for social networking, followed by playing games, then video sites, instant messaging, and furthermore. Here we have computer usage and multitasking. So between these 8 and 18-year-olds, majority of them said that they multitasked with different media devices most of the time, about 41%, followed by some of the time at 27%. So as you can see, we are a very well-connected community, and our society is very embedded in the digital world. Now we'll go into some of the impacts of technology on society. Some positive impacts of technology. Today's generation is considered smarter, quicker, and more tolerant of diversity. The internet allows people to be more efficient. In other words, they are able to do more in less time. Younger generations also tend to use the internet to network and extend friendships. The internet also supports community bonds within neighborhoods. A study has suggested that wired residents had much more informal contact with neighbors than did non-wired residents. They knew the names of 25 neighbors compared with an average of 8 for non-wired residents, and wired people made 50% more visits to the homes of friends and acquaintances. Now here we have some of the negative impacts of information technology. Addiction. It has been suggested from studies that there may be an excessive dependence on technology. Technology also brings along stress. Since technology is continuously and quickly changing, we always have to keep up and learn new methods and procedures. Furthermore, we have automation and isolation as a result of technology. People are tending to spend more time online, which leads them to have fewer interactions in person. We also have elevated exasperation. So children are increasingly involved in internet games and texting, leading to increased frustration when their parents ask them to do an activity or task. We have a lack of physical interactivity. So similar to the last slide, more and more interaction is done online. So some people don't know how to react with others in person. A big one is deteriorated patience. Improper use of technology is leading to a lack of patience or tolerance, which could also lead to a lack of determination. So if somebody is waiting for a page to load, they tend to get rather impatient if the page takes too long. Another one is declining writing skills. I've noticed in emails, people tend to use some shortcuts, and this is due to messaging and online chatting. A lot of youth's writing skills are decreasing, for instance, in their grammar and spelling. Another study has shown that there is a slight correlation between media use and grades in school. So we have heavy media users, so 51% said they had good grades, and 47% said fair or poor grades. And the moderate media users, 65% reported having good grades, while only 31% reported having fair or poor grades. And light media users, even a bigger difference. We have 66% reporting good grades, while 23% rating fair or poor grades. Another impact that technology has on society is the digital divide. And this is separating those who use technology versus those who don't or can't get access to them. So some studies have shown that there are gaps in the various ages, genders, ethnicities, education levels, and income. And according to a study in Health Affairs, Americans with lower incomes are less likely to use a computer. Similar patterns were expressed with different levels of education. So the higher level of education you have, the more likely you are to use a computer or own a computer at home. Another interesting fact is that women were less likely to use computers at home, unlike men, where they used computers quite often, especially for emails. I also found an interesting video on Facebook. It was titled, "Can We Autocorrect Humanity?" And this gentleman discusses his concern of a constantly connected society and how social media may be turning us into an antisocial community. So if you can, take a look, and thank you so much.